My hand froze inside a post, fingers brushing against a crinkled foil packet that shouldn't have been there. What the hell? I whispered to the empty kitchen, heart slamming like a trapped animal. It was late, the clock ticking past midnight, and Sarah had just stumbled in from her girls' night, collapsing onto the couch with a mumbled good night. I'd only gone to grab her phone charger for her, innocent enough, but now this. A condom, unopened, tucked away like a dirty secret. We hadn't used them in years, not since a vasectomy after our second kid. My stomach twisted. Was this it? The end of everything I'd built my life around? I sank into a chair, the packet burning in my palm. Sarah and I had been together for 12 years, married 10. High school sweethearts who beat the odds, or so I'd thought. Lately, though, things felt off. She'd been distant, her laughs forced during family dinners, her eyes glued to her phone with that secretive smile. I'd chalked it up to stress. Her job as a marketing exec was demanding, with late nights and weekend trips. Just networking, babe, she'd say, pecking my cheek. But now, this. I squeezed the packet, imagining her with someone else, and bile rose in my throat. Denial hit first, a warm blanket of excuses. Maybe it's from before we met? No. Idiot. It's new. A friend asked her to hold it? Pathetic. The next morning, I watched her over coffee, searching for cracks in her facade. She hummed while flipping pancakes, her auburn hair tied back, the same way it had been on our first date. You okay, Mark? You look like you didn't sleep, she said, sliding a plate my way. Her green eyes met mine, innocent as ever. I forced a smile. Yeah, just work stuff. Hey, how was last night? You got in pretty late. She shrugged, sipping her mug. Oh, wine and gossip. Tina's going through a divorce, messes stuff. Her voice was light, but her fingers tapped the table, a nervous habit I'd forgotten she had. Or had I just stopped noticing? That day at the office, I couldn't focus. Spreadsheets blurred as memories flooded in. The business trip to Chicago last month, she'd come back glowing, talking about inspiring meetings. I'd surprised her with flowers, and she'd hug me tight, whispering, I love you more than anything. But now, doubt poisoned it all. I texted her, miss you already. Her reply came quick, miss you too. Dinner plans? Normal. Too normal? By lunch. Suspicion gnawed at me like a rat. I left early, stopped at a pharmacy. Pepper spray. Small canister, the kind for keychains. An idea formed, dark and vengeful. If she was cheating, let the bastard feel the burn. Back home, kids at soccer practice, I rifled through her bag again. The condom was still there, nestled beside her lipstick. My hand shook as I carefully slit the wrapper with a knife, emptying the contents. The latex unfurled, mocking me. I funneled in the pepper spray, liquid fire, odorless enough to pass, and resealed it with super glue. Precise, like surgery. Let's see how your little adventure goes, I muttered, hating myself even as I did it. Was this me? The devoted dad, the loyal husband, reduced to sabotage? But the pain was too raw, a knife twisting in my gut. I pictured her laughter with him, her body arching, not for me. Anger surged, hot and justifying. Days blurred into a tense waiting game. We went through motions, movie nights with the kids, her head on my shoulder, quiet dinners where I probed gently. You seem happier lately. Good things at work. She beamed. Yeah, actually, this new client, total game changer. Her phone buzzed constantly, and she'd angle it away, typing furiously. Once, I glimpsed a name, Alex. Who's Alex? I asked casually over wine. She froze, then laughed. Oh, just a colleague. Boring work chat. But her cheeks flushed, and she changed the subject. Clues piled up, subtle as whispers. A new perfume I hadn't bought, laundry in the laundry I didn't recognize, a gym bag heavier than usual. Heartbreak hit in waves. Nights, I'd lie awake beside her, tracing the curve of her back, remembering our vows under that oak tree. Forever, we'd promised. Now, forever felt like a lie. Denial crumbled to anger. How dare she? We'd built this life, 2 kids who adored her, a home filled with photos of us smiling. But suspicion bred paranoia, Every late text, every overtime, fueled the fire. I confronted her once, vaguely. Is there something you're not telling me? She cupped my face. Mark, what's wrong? You're scaring me. Her concern seemed genuine, and for a moment, guilt choked me. What if I was wrong? Then the call came. Friday night, me alone with the kids while she met clients. My phone rang. Unknown number. Is this Mark? Sarah's husband. A man's voice, strained, panicked. Who is this? I demanded, pulse racing. Alex. Look, something happened. We're at the ER. She needs you. My world tilted. I drove like a madman, mind reeling. Betrayal confirmed, but twisted with worry. What had I done? At the hospital, Sarah sat on a bed, eyes red, face pale. Alex paced nearby, tall, slick, wincing with every step, his groin bandaged. What happened? I asked, voice steady despite the storm inside. She burst into tears. Mark, I'm so sorry. It was a mistake. Alex and I, we were... She choked. Alex interjected, grimacing. That thing in her bag, it exploded or something. Burned like hell. Pepper spray. My trap sprung, but victory tasted like ash. I stared at her, the woman I'd loved, now a stranger. How long? I whispered. 6 months, she admitted, voice breaking. I was lonely. You were always working, but that's no excuse. Anger flared, but heartbreak drowned it. Our life shattered. I thought of the kids, innocent in this mess. Why? I pressed. She sobbed. I don't know. I love you, but I felt trapped. Her words cut deep, understandable, maybe in some twisted way. We'd grown complacent, drifting apart without noticing. I left her there, drove home in silence. Divorce papers would come, custody battles, the painful untangling. But as I tucked the kids in that night, their small faces peaceful, a strange closure settled. I'd uncovered the truth, ugly as it was. Trust collapsed, but in its ruins, I found resolve. No more denial. Life would rebuild, scarred but wiser. Sarah's betrayal didn't define me. It freed me. And as I lay alone, the empty bed of void, I whispered to darkness, it's over. But in my heart, the reflection lingered. How had love turned to this?